Good morning and welcome. Lisa Johnson here with day 4. Day 4 already. You've got this far. You've got one more day to do with this. You can do this. Day 4 of the Create Your Perfect Presentation Challenge. Let me know if you're on. Let me know if you're on live. Let's see if Facebook is going to have a meltdown because Threads has started. And so all their attention is over there and not over here. How are you all doing? How did you get on with yesterday? Let me know how yesterday went. Today, I have a full house of people because I have an in-person group day of VIPs at my house. And so I've got 9 women here in the other room right now. Sam's making them coffees and stuff while I do this challenge. It's a crazy day because I've got that. I've got an in-person day all day. And then at lunchtime, I have radio shows, like 4 of them. So that's going to be crazy as well. And some more tonight. And then one to many. So yeah, sometimes a day just falls like this. Just go with it. Hopefully you found yesterday's okay. You was a little stuck. Okay. Yesterday's, I believe, was the hardest one. So if you were stuck on that and you didn't quite get it done in a day, that's okay. I'm not surprised. Some people will just know their value piece. They'll know their A to B, but not everybody will. And it will take some more time to have a think about that and then put the presentation together. But hopefully you got started on it and it got your brains going in the right way of thinking. Can you do me a favor? Give me a heart and a thumbs up, just because it's slow for people to come in today. And normally that speeds it up a little bit and gets people seeing that I am actually here. So yes, Lucy, I'm here live. I'm on day 4. So we've got this far already. So you can definitely do the next day, can't you? Oh, easily the best challenge I've ever done. Thank you. If you've never done Race to Recurring Revenue, you'll like that more than this because that actually makes people a lot of money. Still working on it, trying to be clever. I think sometimes we can get too wrapped up in the names of the system. Like, I remember when I was doing the cash system, I was like, trying to fit things in, and then I realized that I don't want to try and fit things in. I want it to just be natural. I want the system to be what I actually do rather than trying to fit things in. They might be over on Threads. I think everyone's over on Threads. If you're confused about Threads, we have a how to use Threads coming today. So don't worry, that will be, we'll be putting that everywhere for you. So if it's confusing you already, like it has been a lot of people this morning, don't worry, we'll have you sorted on that for free very soon. Okay, let's start with day 4. So now you've got the meat of the presentation done. You've got the hook. You've got why they're going to listen to you. And then you've gone into the main bit, the value piece. So you've done those things. And now it's the last bit. And the last bit is really, they're ready now to want to find out more, to either want to work with you more or to learn more from you. So let's say you've done this in a group for people who are your ideal audience, like somebody else's membership, for instance. So you've gone in there and you've given this presentation. And then what you need to do is tell people a call to action, like what to do next. Now, if you're training people in a presentation, normally that call to action is going to be a freebie, like now get on my list. Here's a free thing that you can get just for, getting on my list. That could be the first thing. Or if you are doing this presentation as part of a launch, it will be to buy something, it will be where you sell your thing. And that's where the mindset issues come in. Because up until now, you've just been giving for free, give. And now you want something back, either in, for them to sign up and give you their email address to get something for free so that they can start hearing from you. You can start nurturing them and they'll be in your world. Or you're going to sell to them. And people often feel sleazy when it gets to this part and they change completely. Hi, Geraldine, nice to see you. And you don't want that. You don't want them to change. You want to carry on in the same vein as you were. So when I do my sell part at the end of it, you'll see me do this on Monday. So on Monday, I'm doing exactly what I've taught you to do. I'm giving a masterclass on the confidence bit that goes with this, because it's no good you having a presentation and not being confident enough to stand on that stage or to go live or to do Facebook lives and all the things we need to do to present ourselves as business owners. And at the end of my 5 strategies to get confident on Monday, I will be selling my new offering. And that bit normally takes me a good 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes sometimes, with slides. So I don't suddenly speed up. My mindset is in the right place. And it is too, if I'm doing like tomorrow, I'm standing on a stage and I'll be giving everyone a freebie at the end. And that will be completely natural for me to do that. I won't feel like I need to speed up. I won't feel sleazy or any of those things, but that's because I've worked on my mindset. And I want you to work on your mindsets as well. So just checking my notes because I'll go off on a tangent like I always do. So maybe you have felt not very comfortable doing this whole presentation because you've had to talk about you've had to do a hook, you're now going to have to do a call to action. So that might be something that's happened for you. And so you know you need confidence. So I will sort that out for you on Monday evening on this masterclass, but I want to play a game that's going to help you with it right now. And it's called What's the Worst Thing That Can Happen? So I use this all the time because I'm not confident in everything. For instance, I love doing this, but you all know how terrified I am on a stage, but I still do it. And the first time that I did it, I really didn't want to. And I played What's the Worst That Can Happen? Because if we work out what we would do, if the worst thing that could happen happened, if we actually sit down, go deeper into it, really sit with our feelings and work out what we're scared of, it's not so scary anymore because we can put strategies in place. So for instance, I was really scared. If I really thought about it, when I was scared to walk on a stage, I was like, why am I so scared of it? What is the worst? Like, if the worst thing happened, what would that be? And it wasn't that I didn't know what I was talking about or anything like that. It was that I would forget everything in my head and just not know how to say what I was going to say. Like, I would forget what I'd memorized. I would forget what I was supposed to say next. That was my biggest fear. So once I went there and was really honest with myself, then I was able to do 2 things. 1, can I prevent this from happening to stop me being so scared? And 2, what am I going to do if it happens? By getting the answer to those 2 bits, I then felt more in control, and so it wasn't scary anymore. So for instance, the first one, what could I do to prevent it from happening? Well, what I do now is I have cue cards and I put them in my pocket. And if it really happened and I couldn't remember anything that I was supposed to say, I would take the cue cards out and I would remind myself and carry on. And what would I do if it did happen? If I didn't have cue cards and everything went wrong and I couldn't find what I was supposed to do. So if the worst thing happened, what would I do? In reality, I would be really honest like I am with everything. And I'd say, do you know what, guys? I've completely forgotten my train of thought. And then what I would do is, instead of trying to remember where I was, I would talk from the heart about whatever that subject is, because we all know our subjects. You know your subject. It's just that often we try and memorize things. So instead, I would have just gone, okay, let me tell you what you need to do to get visible. And I would speak from here rather than from here. And so it would be fine. And I would be really honest with people that I'd forgotten where I was supposed to be. And nothing really bad would happen. If that's the worst that can happen, that's okay. So I want you today to go deep and think about, so finish your presentation. So on your presentation, you can just put your call to action, your freebie, or tell them about a group, or tell them to follow you on Instagram, or whatever it is that you want them to do. Or if you're using this presentation to sell something, I want you to do the sales part now. Tell them about the offering that you've got. But that isn't the task, because that's easy. The task is the mindset bit. So I want you to think about what is the worst thing that can happen. And then I want you to answer these 2 questions. 1, what can you do to prevent that from happening? Or as much as you can. You can never prevent everything from happening. 2, what would you actually do if it happened? And I want you to write that in the day 4 thread. And what you'll find is we're all scared of the same things. And this doesn't have to be you standing on a stage. This could be using the presentation in a Facebook group, or somebody's membership. This could be if you're doing a Facebook Live, like whatever you know you need to do to be visible. Mindset wise, what is stopping you being visible? What is stopping you from getting out there and sharing your message far and wide on the biggest stages with lots of people? What's scaring you? If you can write what that fear is and then answer those 2 questions, then you have done all 4 tasks and you will be entered into the draw. And then if you're still a bit worried about confidence, then on Monday evening, I'm going to help you with that as well at 8 p.m. I'll put the link in here so you can go in, or you may have seen that we've got sign up pages for it. You can just sign up for it as well, but I'll put the link in here. And then I'll tell you a way you can work with me and someone who you will recognize, who I have a great relationship with, that I'm very excited to be bringing you a new program with on Monday evening. So yeah, life does need a strategy. Sometimes you have to just worry, like think about what you're worried about with life and work out the things that are stopping you. Then work out what you can do to prevent the fear. The fear is always going to be there. It's okay to have the fear. The fear is going to be there, but it doesn't have to be the loudest voice in your head. So you want to think, what can you do to prevent the thing that you are most scared of? Sometimes this means sitting there and really going deep into it. And also, if it does happen, what will you actually do? Okay, who is in? Now, some of you are going to find this the scariest one because it's not nice to sit in the fear, but I really do think it helps to sit in the fear and think about it. Do you have to watch the masterclass live to be able to win the prizes? We're away on holiday. No, you don't have to watch it live. I will tell you who the winners are on Monday evening at 8 o'clock on the masterclass. You don't have to watch it live if you can't, but if you do watch it live, there is a prize, an extra prize for those that are on live. Good. Love seeing that you're in. I'm really excited about this one. This one is more important to me than the other 3 because without this, without you having the confidence and the right mindset to go out there and shout about what you do, you are never going to be able to sell anything. And I want you to be able to. So let's do this one. And I will see you in the group. You have all weekend to catch up, by the way. If you're new today and you're like, what am I supposed to be doing? Go and watch day 1 again because you have all weekend to catch up. You've got till Monday at 12 p.m. UK time to have all 4 of your answers in the threads. Anything after that won't count. So you've got Monday, 12, and then I will tell you the winners that evening, 8 p.m. UK time on the live Zoom masterclass. I've actually just said out loud my fear, which I've never done before. It's really important to do that, to vocalize it, because otherwise the fear is controlling you. You're going to control it now. It's going to be very different. Okay, so I will see you Monday evening at 8 p.m. where we will wrap this all up. Until then, have an amazing day and weekend, whatever it is you're doing. I'll speak to you later, guys.